Welcome to episode 19 of Northwynd, the Druid True First Life series. In this episode, I'm going to be doing Elite Enter the Kobold. I'm not going to talk about gear or anything. I just came straight from episode 18 where I did Prey on the Hunter. That was ridiculous, fighting both those dragons. And so literally the only change would be I just picked up one more action point that I spent and focused here. So this quest, was traditionally a really, really tough one. It was the end fight that made it really tough. And they made some changes to it, actually quite a few years ago. So it's not as tough as it used to be back in the day, but the end fight can still be tough to, an unsuspecting pug, or if you don't know what you're doing, you're undergeared and stuff. Didn't have high enough intimidate. Had to kill him. Ooh, I get a chest out of it. And these kobolds are wafer thin. These are like Korthos kobolds. So I'm like 1,000 away from level 20. I don't even need to do this quest. But what the hell. I came in here without shrining, but I knew that there was going to be this shrine at the start that I never use anyway, so just use it instead of running back down the mountain. Level 20 is going to be a little anticlimactic because, I don't have any destinies filled already. There's no gear waiting for me. It'll be interesting. I haven't played a first lifer in epics in a long time. I mean, it would just be since epics first came out, really. Get a little kitey with these guys. Let's go ahead and do a fire shield. What the hell? Ice Storm. Storm of Vengeance SLA. I need to do fire resistance too. Lots of fire damaging mobs in here. I didn't mention this last video, but I did pick up the level 19 potions now. So Potions of Greater Freeze gives me 20 alchemical bonus to cold spell power for 3 minutes. Those are nice. You can get those from House P. You can actually get them right here in Rebirth Refuge. There's a potion vendor. And then I think there's some, you can get them in Meridia. There might even be a vendor in like House J that has them. Springs Resurgence. Creeping Cold, Greater Creeping Cold. Toss another Ice Storm, take care of these methods. Do another round of Creeping Colds. Ding 20! Hell yeah! long journey of heroics is complete. You know, you could do Earthquake here. You could do more, but it's just not needed. You know, and just toss the FLA, a Storm of Vengeance, through a Sunburst. That's all that was needed. Why waste mana? I can't afford to waste mana. But I'm going to toss an Earthquake here. And then just let the body of the sun chew him down. Used to be able to jump up there, but they changed it a while ago. They did that quite a while ago. But I think it can still be done. But it is like you gotta find the perfect pixel spot. Won't be using Fire Elemental form and Body of the Sun for too much longer. Like, probably just a handful more quests, and that'll be it. And then I'll get rid of Extend and pick up Evocation Focus. You know, I haven't. You know, the one feat that I swapped out earlier, I had found a Dragon Shard to do that, and so I still have my Lacania, you know, free feat swap, and that's what I'm gonna use. This shrine here is temporary. I don't know how long it stays up, or you know, I don't know if it's timed or if it's just when you get to a certain point it disappears. But so I'm going to use it after I clear out this stuff. Since I have mana to burn, throw a firewall and an earthquake. Make sure you pull the lever. Make sure you get the key that drops there. I really love to hear when shrine down there too. I don't ever remember seeing a shrine down there. Maybe it's just because I don't jump down. That's interesting. I really love to hear when people watch my videos and they just pick up on like little tips, you know. And so somebody had just commented tonight like that, you know, in the episode where I did Ruined Halls, I showed how you can move, you know, the enhancement sheets around just, you know, by dragging the dot. And, ooh, why isn't it doing that? There you go, yeah. So, I didn't, well, that didn't, well, that's acting funny. In any event, they didn't know that. It was really cool. You know, I really appreciate, I mean, I really like when people learn little things like that, and I appreciate hearing it. So could be doing more here. Again, just it's just not needed. Just let the body of the sun do its thing. These wolves aren't hurting me. Trap. Pit trap. That's a deadly pit trap. That's a noob killer right there. Spike traps hurt in this chain. I mean, like the ones in Monastery of the Scorpion, when you get in the anti-gravity chamber, those will tear you up. And then the ones on the floor in the archways, those will tear you up. I'm gonna have to hit him with a creeping cold, greater creeping cold, because he's being a pain. He wants to jump out there and cheat. They heal really well. Kitey, kitey. Efficiency, that's what this is. Okay. Earthquake, Storm of Vengeance, Sunburst. Alright, how do you do this damn puzzle? I'm gonna explain it. I actually did an earlier video. It was a how-to video on this. It was one of my earliest ones. I don't know if I'm gonna take it down or not. I'll probably just leave it. But so the object of this puzzle is to light up all of the little floor buttons, you know, like that. And the way that you move around in here is like if you played chess and you know how the knight moves. The knight moves, you know, 2 in one direction and then 1, you know, laterally, so like 2 forward and 1 over. And so that's how you move here. And so the way that you can tell the way that you move, it'll depend on which teleporter that you hit. So for example, these are the teleporters here. If I hit the one on the right, I'll go 2 forward and 1 to the right, and I would end up right there. If I hit the one on the left, I would go 2 forward and 1 to the left, and I would end up right there. This one, you know, this one on the left isn't active, so my only choice, make sure you light these up before you leave a zone. My only choice is hit the one on the right, so it would take me 2 forward and 1 to the right. Okay, so I'll be 2 spaces away from that one. I'll show you. See, that one's not lit now. Step in there, boom. See, I'm 2 spaces away from that one. That's where I started from. Now, what can really mess people up in here is that every time you teleport, it changes the direction you're facing. So make sure you get your bearings. Like this is the end over here, over there, and this is where you come in at. So make sure you get your bearings as you're doing this. And right now, I'm just going to look around and see which ones I can reach. So that one I can see is 2 forward and 1 over. So I'm going to hit that teleporter right there, the orange one. Boom. Just looking around, there's another one. 2 forward and 1 over. So I'm going to hit that one. Boom. Get my bearings. There's another one I can get. 2 forward and 1 over. Boom. There's another one. 2 forward and 1 to the right. Boom. There's another one. 2 forward and 1 to the left. Hit that teleporter. Okay, so now I have to get more creative because all the ones that I can teleport directly to are filled in. So what do I do? I'm going to go for that one next. It's going to take me a couple moves to get there. So I'm going to go boom. And then... oh, let's see. So it'll be there. It'll be here. And then there. and then there. So it'll be 3 moves to get there. But if I go and make sure, like if you toggle one off, you toggle it on before you leave. But if there's something else that is just 1 move from here, then I'll just do that. Like right there, I'll just go do that one instead of my original plan, because I gotta hit these anyways. Okay. 1, 2 forward and 1 to the left. We'll get that one. Boom. There's another one, 2 forward and 1 to the right. Boom. There's another one, 2 forward and 1 to the left. 2 forward, 1 to the left. Okay. Don't see any that are unlit, but I didn't get the message, so there are some around there somewhere. So I need a better vantage point. I'll just teleport out into the middle of the maze. Make sure I jump up to retoggle it. There's one. So how do I get it? It's going to be 3 moves. If it's next to you, I'm going to go there, and then from there I'm going to go here, and from here I'm going to go there. So get my bearings. So there. So now I'm going to go 2 forward and 1 over, and I'm going to go 2 forward and 1 over. And bam. And that's it. Sweet. Then there's an extra chest if you want it. So from here, we're just going to take this guy here and then go to the back wall over here. It's 2 moves. Boom. There's your chest. To get out, you're going to do the same thing. Go in here and then get your bearings, because you changed. Actually, I guess it was facing the same way. In any event, 2 moves out, 2 moves in. You used to be able to jump up and climb over the walls, or like run along the walls, but I don't think you can do that anymore. That's just where we were, you know, the lower level. That's where we came from. There's the other side. So if you fall, you gotta run back around. So here we are at the end fight. I'm actually going to use the wolf here, but he's just going to be a lever puller. So in case something goes wrong, I die or I run out of mana, I'm parking the wolf here, right here at this lever, at this valve, because the valve gets rid of this flame barrier, and I can't get back here unless somebody pulls it. So a lot of times you're doing this as a pug. Sometimes a person will stay here to get the valve in case people need to retreat. So this end fight, you know, like I said, it can be tricky. This can still be tough. If you're doing it at elite at level, if you're doing it solo, if you're doing it with a disorganized pug, I don't know what they're doing, like, it can still be tough. So it's good. It's really good to have a plan. And so, what my plan is going to be for this first lifer, well, I'm going to be taking a lot of fire damage. Okay. So I want to make sure I have fire resistance, and I want to make sure I have a fire shield going. In fact, I'm going to hotkey this to here just for purposes of this video, because I'm going to need to redo my fire shield probably a few times. Okay, so what I'm going to go in there and do is, I'm not just going to try to be a baller and stand there and take it all, because I don't think this toon is going to be able to. It's a lot of fire damage, it's a lot of bludgeoning damage from the meteor swarms. And so I'm going to dot up the boss And I'm just going to sort of run around. There's like a track of lava around the bottom, like a ring of lava, and I'm going to run through there and just sort of kite the mobs around while I'm dotting, you know, as I make a pass, I'm going to dot the boss up. And so when you're doing this with a pug, one of the strategies you want to do, I mean, unless you're all ballers, you can run and kill the boss, no problem. You want to have a person usually run crowd control, keeping the mobs off of the boss so people can fight the boss up top, and somebody is going to, you know, do something to get all the aggro of all the other mobs and either run them around or whatever. If you have evasion, that can be really helpful because there's, you know, it's fireballs and meteor swarms, and you know, evasion is going to be really good against that. And watch this little cold spray there that can get you. I'm going to do a fresh fire shield now. I'm going to drink a damaging pot, and then I'm just going to run in here. I'm going to go ahead and hit my spell power boost. Oh, I'm going to jump into water elemental form. I'm going to hit him with cold. Oops. I changed to cold spray. I'm in him with cold spray, and I hit him with both my creeping colds. And now I'm just going to run around here. They're dispelling me. Hit him with both the dots again, then I'm going to jump down and I'm going to run around this track. I got my examination screen on them so I can see when they run out. Go ahead and hit him with both dots again. I'm going to jump down. I'll throw a heal scroll too. He's almost dead. Fred. Okay, so he's down. Now I gotta take care of Peripnon. I'm just gonna run around. It's gonna be hard to target him amongst this mess, but don't panic. Whatever you do, don't panic. Okay, so now I got him hit with cold spray. I'm just gonna refresh my fire shield now. I don't want to wait till it runs out, because if I have trouble getting it off because I get interrupted or something, I got tons of mana though, so I'm in really good shape. Oh, I lost Peripnon. Where'd he go? A lot of this stuff is going to respawn, so there's not a lot of value in trying to kill it right now. Pretty much all of it is going to respawn. Where's Peripnon? There he is. Pull up the examination window. Dots are running out, so now I can hit him again. He's following me around. So if I had more hit points, you know, and more resources, I would just go in there and just, you know, fire it up like a baller. But on this true first lifer, you know, like I said, it's good to have a plan. So they're dead. Let's see what we can do now. Let's see if we can just take it. I'm gonna toss a vigor, and I'm gonna just see if we can just let out our AoEs chew them up. Cold spray, greater creeping cold. Cold spray, greater creeping cold. No sweat ace. Judging by the performance there, I probably could have done that, you know, just right away to clear up the trash, but I really wasn't sure how this true first lifer was going to hold up in the end fight here, and it held up really well. Well, thanks for watching. That's level 20. That's the end of the series. It's all over now. I'm just kidding. I'm taking it to 30. Come on now. That chest is locked. You're like, what? If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have questions about my build, you can respond in the Druid forum in my build post. And if you're on Sarlona, you're welcome to send me a tell.